MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Sky Sox and the Texas Rangers. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Mike Minor, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy wasn't too bad in his last one, Matt. Pitched all the way through the 6th inning. And listen, that's what you ask for nowadays. If you can get your starter to get you through the 6th inning and turn it over to the bullpen. He took the loss in the last one, but he actually pitched pretty well.
Striding into the box, Corey Dickerson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Dickerson.
First pitch of the at-bat. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, I hope these guys were listening today during the hitters meeting, because they have not been swinging the bats well. They only scored 1 run in the loss yesterday. And somewhere along the line, this offense has to execute at a higher level if this team's going to compete.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Tommy Edman is on deck. Here it comes, the 3-0. And he lays off, ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Digging in the switch hitter, Tommy Edman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the belt, the pitch. Minor isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. From the stretch. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Left fielder looking up, and it's gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 4th home run here in the early going, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Yeah, he's looked pretty shaky from the first pitch, and things just kind of spiraled out of control from there. I think these guys smelled blood in the water, and they punctuated with a 3-run job and an early lead.
In now is Anthony Rendon. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he fouls this one off. One, 2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Hey, last two pitches back-to-back, off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. In his career against Mike Minor, he's 0 for 7. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
That one's in there on the black. 2-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Luke Voigt.
At the plate, Luke Voigt. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's down into left center for a base hit.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
At the plate now, Mike Yastrzemski. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Into the corner and slicing foul. 3 runs already home here. Hit out towards second. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run home run. On to the bottom of the first. Colorado Springs leads this one 3-0. David Price will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Thanks, Matty. David Price, former AL Cy Young Award winner. Big fastball, 95 to 97. Curveball and a slider. One of the things he does well, commands the strike zone, throws a lot of strikes.
Into the box now, Danny Santana. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Rangers, the center fielder.
Pitch on the way.
Santana.
At the ball.
And guys, you take a look at our visitors here with the early lead tonight as we play the bottom of the first. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, everyone always looks at the schedule, and these cross-country trips can be a bear. I always looked at him with a smile on my face. 5 hours into playing with the boys, playing some cards, really coming together. I feel like that's where the chemistry of the team really starts to take shape on those long cross-country trips. Let's see how this team plays today.
Price comes home to 2-0. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Got to pitch to the ballpark's dimensions right here. Love the execution of that pitch down in the zone. Got to keep the ball in the yard.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
The count is 3-1.
Kyle Tucker is on deck. Here's Price on 3-1. Swings through it for strike number 2.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
To the plate now for Texas is the DH, Kyle Tucker. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Now a throw over, and the runner back safely. Now the first pitch here from Price. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Dickerson will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Batting third, not shortstop, Elvis.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. First chance for him here with a runner at first and one gone. Here it comes now to Andrus. No balls and a strike to count. Now the 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Not the ideal location for a changeup up in the zone, but he got away with it.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down to the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
So that brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo. As Price starts him with a strike, it's 0-1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Price pauses. Here he comes. 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. Oh, got him looking at the two-seamer, and that'll end it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. 1 inning in the books here. Colorado Springs leads it 3-0. New inning set to get underway. Now in the box, Bo Bichette, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the pitch. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
And he wouldn't have made contact with that one with an or. It's 2-2. This is foul right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. Adore is there. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
So one away here with the bases empty, and that means Kevin Kiermaier will hit next. Here's the first pitch to him.
0-1.
The windup and the 0-1. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Kiermaier now.
1-2.
One out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
So now to the plate, Corey Dickerson. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He worked a walk to open up the ball game. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit to third. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Last half of the second set to go. Up next for the Rangers, Robinson Chirinos. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And that misses, ball 1.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
The 1-0 home.
Hey! Ball, that's low.
Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2. Sliced hard on the ground. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Dan, tell me how frustrating that is right there. He comes unglued the pitch before, and then he shortens his swing, and he's able to fight you off for a 2-strike knock.
Sometimes, Mark, that's how you can get fooled as a pitcher. You see that previous pitch, you see that big swing, and you're expecting another big swing, but what does he do? He shortens it up and hits a bullet for a base hit.
Here's Todd Frazier now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Pause, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
This is where you step out, adjust the batting gloves, and take a deep breath. You have to slow the moment down. I know you want to be a hero, but that pitch right there, a great executed changeup, had this batter way out in front.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball.
There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
And it's fouled away. Chirinos on at first. Nobody out. Now Price misses here on 2-2, and he runs it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Odor will be next. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kiermaier on the run. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Batting seventh, the second baseman, Rugner.
So here's the left-handed bat of Odor. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Set and the pitch, and he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Gone. Odor connects for a 2-run home run. Second home run early in the year, and the Rangers have come back to cut this to a 3-2 ball game now.
That's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
In now, Hunter Cole. As he drives a liner to right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. To the plate now, Ronald Guzman. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The 1-0 home. Runners on the move for second. Strike called. Now the throw down is not going to get him as he swipes second.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base runner out that gets a lead that big. And plus, this catcher's not known for having a cannon of an arm.
1 out and a runner on second base. A 2-1 count to the Rangers' first baseman. Two and two.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Still only 1 out in the inning. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there. And if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
So stepping in, Danny Santana, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now the first pitch here from Price. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. Santana stands just shy of 6 feet at 5'11" and bats from both sides of the plate. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Down and away, ball 1.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
swing and a liner, but foul. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Fouled off. Here's another 2-2. Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Now batting, number 30.
So next to the plate for Texas, Kyle Tucker flied out in his first at-bat, so making him 0 for 1 so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
0-1's the count.
He's set. The 0-1. Hit on the ground to third. Fielded by Rendon. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. But 2 here in the Rangers half of the inning, and they come on this 2-run home run. We've played 2. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Now batting, Tommy Edman. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
The second baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
Hey, you think the game plan is to pitch this guy inside? They plunked him in the first at bat, and they're clearly coming right back in again.
Swung on and missed. 1-1. One and 2 now. Now here's the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Set.
Here's Mookie Betts. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. In comes the left fielder. Goes into a slide, and he's got it. Great play, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the third baseman, Anthony.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Anthony Rendon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. Here it comes. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Now the pitch. Down the first baseline. And that's a fair ball as it's through into right field.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
And here's the switch hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Here's Elvis Andrus now to start the inning out. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac with you in the booth for this one. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball, that's
Fastball too high to start him out here 1-0. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. Popped up. Edman is under it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring up Joey Gallo. First delivery to him on the way. Third inning, already a 3-2 ball game. Ball one.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Two balls and a strike.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Counts even 2-2 to Joey Gallo. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
So a runner at first with one man gone, and that'll bring up the catcher Robinson Chirinos. From the stretch. And that misses for ball 1. Runner at first here, one man out. Grounded back up the middle. A bare hand for one. On to Voit, an inning-ending double play. So they go down without a whimper here. On now to the top of inning number 4. Colorado Springs is out in front, 3-2. Digging in, Luke Voit. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Luke Voit.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Fouled away. 1-1. Here it comes.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Odor has it. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mike Yastrzemski.
Into the box now, Mike Yastrzemski, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he will score now from first. And the throwing mistake there, getting the ball in, is going to wind up costing him.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
At the plate, Bo Bichette, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
A 1-1. Misses, ball 2.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
The 2-1. Popped up. Guzman in foul ground, and no one will track it down. Working for the punch out and the offering.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that last pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with his release point right now. He doesn't know where it's going, and he knows it.
No one out with a runner at second. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gallo has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. From the belt, the pitch.
Count 1-0.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. Hit to short. And that's the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Digging in once again, Corey Dickerson, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First pitch on its way. Big swing and a miss at the knuckle curve, strike 1.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Comes set with the 0-1. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the 4th coming up. The Sky Sox on top 4-2. Welcome back to Arlington. Before we get much further, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, I talked with the Rangers manager during the inning break about the team's offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Bottom of the inning now. At the plate, Todd Frazier.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And a lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. A Ball and a strike. Frazier, or the Todd Father as he's affectionately called. He's currently on a one-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. The pitch. Got him.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
Here's Rougned Odor now. As he'll take a changeup here for strike one. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. We're in the fourth inning of a 4-2 ball game. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. On a line, that's a base hit.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
A look to first by Price, and a dive, but he's back. At the plate now, Hunter Cole. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. A 1-0 delivery. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit, right? That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Stepping in now, Ronald Guzman, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Price pauses, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Rangers leave 1. They trail it here 4-2. All ready to go in the top of the fifth. Now at the plate, Tommy Edman. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1. Pitch on the way. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Into the box, Mookie Betts. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Now a throw over to first. Runner back standing. 4-2 our score here as we play inning number 5. And he fouls this one off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Softly hit down to third. Likely no shot at 2. While the throw pulls him off the bag.
Yeah, and I can speak from experience, and I can tell you, on a night like this, it's tough to get a good grip on the ball. It's a little frigid out there, and he might have lost a little bit of feeling in his fingers. Never easy to make a good throw when that's the case.
Now here comes the Rangers skipper out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that'll be all now for Mike Minor. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Colby Allard comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Anthony Rendon will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Pause. Now the pitch. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line, and that's a fair ball as this will rattle up into the corner. The relay on to second, but he's in safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
So now to the plate, Yasmani Grandal, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The set, and the 1-0 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Ready once again, Luke Voigt. They've got 2 already home in the inning and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away. First pitch of the at-bat. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. And that swung on and missed on a pitch down 1-1. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Another 1-2 delivery. Now a breaking ball, but it's low.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
From the belt, the pitch. Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone. Fouled off. This is on the ground over to first. Reined in. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Into the box now, Mike Yastrzemski, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch on its way.
It's pretty tough for a hitter to go up there looking for a first pitch changeup, and a good job of dropping it in for strike 1.
2 outs here with a runner at third. And that misses 1-1. From the stretch. Right side hit hard. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
That's just your classic ribby knock right there, Dan. He's able to turn on the pitch he wanted right there and drive it into the outfield.
Good job getting the barrel to the ball right there, able to get that one through, and picks up an RBI. Hard hit and a well-deserved run batted in.
In now, Bo Bichette as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 is the knuckleball taken for a strike. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Line towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and a runner left. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Sky Sox lead it 7-2. Coming to the plate now, Danny Santana. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Here comes the first pitch. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. On its way is pitch number 75. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Takes this the other way to right, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Hey, sometimes you just got to tip your cap right there. You execute a nice pitch down in the zone, think you're going to get a ground ball or a swing and a miss, and you find yourself with a man on first. Got to regroup.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Now the first pitch here from Price. And there's ball 1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
From the stretch. Fooled him badly there. I mean badly. It's 1-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rangers. Ground ball right side. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The batter, number 1.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Comes set and the 0-1.
That's out.
Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
Now Andrus with a swing and a deep drive to left. And this will kick off the base of the wall. And the runner scores all the way from first as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 7-4 contest.
When this one left the bat, the pitcher was hoping and praying it would go foul, and I thought it might, but it ends up falling just inches inside the line, going for a double and driving in 2.
Here's Joey Gallo now. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. It was a walk in his last trip. Price ready with the 0-1. Smoke toward third. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Up next for the Rangers, the catcher, Robinson.
Now time called here as here comes the skipper from the third base dugout. And he's going to come get his starter here. So that'll be all this evening for David Price. So he'll head to the dugout after working just 4 1/3. Not enough to qualify for the victory, as his bullpen will have to go a long way to hang on to the lead. Danny Duffy will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. Robinson Chirinos will be his first assignment out of the bullpen as he'll stand in with a runner in scoring position at second and 1 away. He's set. Here it comes. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. 1 out and a runner on second base. Just hung in there on that one. Working for the punch out and the offering. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Standing in now, Todd Frazier, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Slapped hard the opposite way, and Mookie will make the play, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 5 innings complete. Colorado Springs is on top 7-4. Settling in now, Kevin Kiermaier. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Kevin Kiermaier.
First offering on its way. Too low. 1-0. Here it comes. Ball grounded toward Odor at second. Scooped up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The left fielder, number 23, Corey Dickerson.
So coming to the plate, Corey Dickerson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. The windup and the 0-1. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss. Oh, 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was ahead in the count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
Into the box now, Tommy Edman. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in the game thus far. The 1-0. Lined into right, a base hit.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Mookie Betts will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. Has a look, now the pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. The relay, the tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. Odor will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. From the stretch, and a ball 1-0. Now the pitch. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
The 1-1 home is strike 2 swinging.
He's having a great day at the dish. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff's going to have to find a different way of attacking him.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
To the plate now, Hunter Cole. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Look out, 2-0 now.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
And the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Toronto.
So 2 away for the Rangers here in the 6th, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Ronald Guzman. He's set, and the pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
Rendon.
First offering on its way. And he takes ball 1. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Line drive to left. Gallo is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Stepping in, Yasmani Grandal. No hits to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. 0-1 the count. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
Coming to the plate now, Luke Voigt. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. It's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that's in.
Now the 1-0. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. Runners on first with 1 down. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
This is in the air out to right. Cole is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The batter, number 9, designated hitter, Mike Yastrzemski.
Next will be the designated hitter, Mike Yastrzemski. Singled home run in his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike 1. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. 2 out with the man at first. This is pulled into right, but a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him in right field for the final out of the inning. Stepping in, Danny Santana. So far, 2 for 3 in this one.
Center fielder, Danny Santana.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope, that's inside.
Now the 1-0.
Come on, Rangers!
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Ready on 1 and 2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now batting,
Stepping up to the plate, Kyle Tucker. He singled his last time up. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Oh, that's inside.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Four runs, 8 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rangers. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Now here it comes.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
Whoa, you know a pitcher is really fighting himself when he misses a zone by that much. I'm surprised the catcher could even bring that in.
So Elvis Andrus the next to bat. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here it comes now to Andrus. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Kiermaier calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the 2nd out.
now batting, the left fielder, Joey Gallo.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and up to bat next, the left-handed light tower power of Joey Gallo. He's set. Here it comes. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back in. Two 2-0 the count to the Rangers left fielder.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
A runner on first with 2 away. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Swing and a miss, strike two. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Drilled to first. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull the ground ball through the hole for a single.
Michael Lorenzo takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Stepping into the box, Robinson Chirinos. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring one run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Here comes the first pitch.
Nope, that's the ball. Ball two.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Not a good spot to be in right now. Pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with two men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Todd Frazier. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch.
Nope, that's down.
Here's the 1-0. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Fouled away. The set and the 2-2. And he fouls this one off. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. Rangers threaten but leave them loaded. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. Brett Martin has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready now, Bo Bichette. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
This is when you start to lose your mind a little bit. You know you're in a slump as you walk to the plate. You finally do something good and barrel something up, and it's right at somebody.
And that's in there for a strike. Slow little grounder left side. He's got it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, the seventh fielder.
Time now for our starter comparison, and that tells the story. As you can see, neither guy able to get past 5 innings. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Elvis at short. And quickly there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 23, Corey Dickerson.
Digging in to try it again, Corey Dickerson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Santana is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Jose Alvarado will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Alvarado.
Now at the plate, Rougned Odor. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
The second baseman, Rougned Odor.
Pitch on the way. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Alvarado, the former Tampa Bay Ray, he signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off season.
The 1-1 is a slider that misses below the zone. Fastball well outside.
Well, that's ball 3, and right now the Rangers would do anything to get that leadoff guy on.
The 3-1 pitch, and it's fouled away. Swing and a liner. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder close, and just rips the pitch for a 2-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
Now to the plate, Hunter Cole. He was a ground out victim last time up. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery. Lifted into center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it. 1 out.
Now that the first baseman, Ronald Guzman.
Digging in now, Ronald Guzman. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 pitch.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Fouled off. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I have to count 2 and 2.
Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
The 2-2 one more time. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
At the plate, Danny Santana standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. From the stretch. In the dirt. Throw goes to 3rd, and it's too late as he's in there.
That can be a tough read as a runner on 2nd to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to 3rd. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
In there, 2-2.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this.
Jose Leclerc enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Now the pitch. And look at this, a bunt attempt to start the ninth. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Into the box, Mookie Betts, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. A ball and a strike.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
A runner at first with no outs here.
He's going.
He's running. He swings and misses. Throw down. Is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And here's a slider. Strike three called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
The third baseman, number 6.
At the plate, Anthony Rendon. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
From the stretch. We'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Two balls and no strikes to Anthony Rendon.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
2-0 count. The pitch. Leclerc, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Yasmani Grandal waits on deck. And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with only one away.
The catcher, number 28, Yasmani Grandal.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, one man out, and that'll bring up Yasmani Grandal. Has a look, now the pitch.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
The 1-2. Line towards center field. Santana is there. 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Luke Voigt.
Standing in, Luke Voigt. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. He's set, and the pitch. No balls and a strike to count. 2 down, runners at first and second. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. The 1-1 is a fastball taken high for a ball.
Count is 2-1.
And he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
88 on a changeup. I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
3-2 now. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Keone Kela comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Kela.
Stepping into the box, Kyle Tucker. It was a walk in his last trip.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home to score 3 runs off a closer like this guy, they've got the work cut out for him.
1 ball, no strikes, the count. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Here's the pitch.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Fouled away. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
You know, you don't always have to straight challenge a guy on a 3-2 count. With the 3-run lead, no one on base, this is the perfect situation to do it. No reason to nibble and possibly set up a big inning.
Now a ball lined to the left side.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
In now, Elvis Andrus, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 0-1 pitch. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Joey Gallo. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball, that's inside.
The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 2-0. And he fouls this one off. Texas down to their final strike in this one. So a full count now.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next two, the series is theirs.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Sky Sox jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Danny Duffy claims the win out of the pen, his first. Mike Minor was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Keone Kela hammers down the save, his 5th of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.